acronym in my book that's NAILER is the acronym, and it will teach you exactly how to understand what you're feeling. So the N stands for notice, and it looks like noticing, because emotions start as physiological body sensations. So you might notice that your chest is tight, that your heart is beating fast, maybe your palms are sweaty, maybe, you are struggling to take a deep breath. So you want to notice, the first thing is just notice all of the different physiological body sensations that are going on. Mm-hmm. The next step is allow. You want to allow the emotion or those sensations to come up. A lot of times people, once they start to feel a tight chest or a sensation, they will judge that emotion. They'll say like, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't feel this way. I need to distract myself. What's wrong with me? We will judge ourselves to stop ourselves from feeling how we're feeling, essentially.
I think that's really important.
And that's a really common thing.
Yeah, that's important for people to know, that it's okay to allow it, and it's better to.
Yes, exactly. And obviously, like, you might be in the middle of a meeting or be in the middle of doing something, and you might not be able to stop everything and do this in the moment, and that's okay. But eventually, these emotions need to be processed, or they're going to come out in an unhealthy way, essentially. And then the next step of it is investigate. So you want to kind of get curious about, right? Like, why might my heart rate be increased? Why is my chest tight? Does this feel like other sensations I felt before? And kind of get, right? You want to investigate from a curious place, not a judgmental place. Context of emotions really matter. So it's like thinking about, what did I do before this? What do I have coming up in the day? Why might I be feeling this way? Mm-hmm. And then you want to label the emotion. And it doesn't seem like, a lot of people don't understand how important it is to actually name the emotion that you're feeling. Mm-hmm. But the better, studies have shown that the better you can label and identify the exact emotion you're feeling, the better you're able to take care of yourself. And a really good way to understand this is, if you think about kids, and you'll probably relate to this, RJ, because I know you have young kids.
Yeah.
If they only know 3 emotion words, which a lot of them when they're young, right, know like mad, sad, and like happy.
Yep.
They're going to feel one of those emotions 1/3 of their life. But if they start to learn the word frustrated or annoyed or tired, right, or something else that's going on, it can reduce how they're feeling, because our understanding of the word also informs how we feel. So labeling your emotion is really important.
Name it to tame it.
Yes.
So I can't take credit for that one. That was Jessica Leahy a couple episodes ago.
Yes. And I think like a helpful way sometimes to start too is to think about, because sometimes the idea of labeling an emotion is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So I recommend thinking about, do you feel high or low energy? And do you feel like high, like, are you in a good or not good mood? And then you can kind of pick from there, right? If you're like high energy and in a bad mood, that's like anger. Where if you're like low energy and you're in a bad mood, it would be more like depressed. If you're high energy or you're low energy and, high mood, it could be like content. Mm-hmm. You're like pleasantly fine, but you don't have a lot of energy. Where like high energy, high mood is like excited.
Absolutely.
And then you can kind of start from those buckets and then start to get a little more deep into what that exact emotion might be. And then the final step is like explore and release. So it's just, that might look like journaling. A really important thing about emotions is their energy. So, right, they start as this physiological sensation in your body, and they don't, in terms of evolution, when we engaged in fight, flight, or freeze, there was something we did afterwards, right? Like if you get ready to fight because a lion is chasing you, you go run. And then that energy is expended, and then your body knows it's safe. Where now, right, I think about like we're in traffic and we're like we're ready to fight or flight, and there's nowhere for us to go. There's nothing for us to do. So it's important to get into the habit of trying to spend some time, like 20 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, or at least a couple times a week, doing something to let that energy out, whether that's journaling, like processing what you're feeling by talking to someone, whether that's going for a walk or exercising in some capacity, so that you can process some of that energy and let it out.